I don't know if anybody's here, but I just connected and I'm gonna take this outside because that's kind of the intent, to have this live stream outside. If it disconnects for a minute, hang in there. I'll be back. I'm going to bring this computer out there. Try to get a chair. Of course, I could have set this up earlier. That would have been way too easy. Beneficial to the watchers. But if you're on, hang on a minute. I'm going to hook up an Ethernet cable out here and get it rolling. It's going to take another minute. I was running late today, sorry. Because I'm not all the way established at my future side of the Pacific Permaculture Institute, it's a little drama in the morning. It's a 27-mile drive to here. So that impacts everything, basically. So I'm at least going to set this right here for a second and connect to my Ethernet cable. And I'm going to go and get my jacket out of the car because I'm a West Coast lightweight. Can't handle the cold. So I don't know if anybody's here, but hey, Stu, thanks for coming by. Sorry I was late. Oh, I'm doing fine. And yourself? Anyway, I'm going to call this Shout Out Live Stream Sunday. So I'm going to try to continue this. I don't know if it's going to be every Sunday, but at least every other Sunday for a while. People can come shout out their channel. And, you know, we could talk about permaculture, gardening. You know, if somebody wants to ask me something, feel free. So that type of thing. I really like, as I've said in your comments, I really like your plant ID class. What do you call it? The meaning of plants. I really like that series. I really feel you should promote that to some PBS station. Get it on TV. Something about your demeanor of how you say it, and you really knowledgeous. I like that. Look, we got some lavender here. We got I was hoping the hummingbirds would come out because there's a salvia over here. The variety is a new hybrid called Hot Lips, red and white flowers, and it just draws tons of hummingbirds at the right point in the day. But now it's freezing cold, and not drawing them right now, unfortunately. Oh God, I think I closed the window too much on the cable, so I can't pull it. I'm the semi-untechnical. I don't have all the technical skills, just enough to get by a little bit. So, what am I reading here? Nice, nice. I'm glad you did a bunch more of the plant videos. I anticipate watching those. Very nice. Unable to connect to chat. Now what happened? I don't know what happened here. I wonder if I accidentally disconnected it somehow. Can you read that? I put thanks for coming by. I'm not trying to push people away. I just wanted to test if this thing, because my computer says cannot connect to chat. So I'm not sure what that meant. I don't know if you caught it, but I want to turn this into the Pacific Permaculture Institute at some point. And I thought because it ties in with the channel name, that'd be nice. And then I just want to push this forward. I don't know how big it'll be or not, but just to push these the good ideas forward and do what I can. Plant the seeds in minds, to make everything better for humans and our and the fauna, flora and fauna around. It looks like oh no, it looks like two more. There's a couple lurkers. I don't know who they are. If you're a lurker, do something on the chat so I know. I want to figure out who's here. I don't know how to know other than that. My technical skills are a little bit lagging.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
And now Siri, my smartphone is asking me questions. Crazy. Sorry, there was a friend of mine texted me about something I shouldn't have looked at because we got a live stream going. Was talking about setting up my office here. Anyway, I don't know if the chat part isn't working here because my computer says cannot connect to chat, and I don't know why that is. So sorry if it's not allowing you guys to get in. I'm just not the technical person that knows how all this works exactly. I'll post another thing, maybe a smiley face or something. You guys respond back if anything. I've got gunk on my screen. Maybe I should have cleaned it, but I didn't. That's kind of what happens. I don't always. I think I can put this little YouTube icon on and send it. Try that. But yeah, I didn't have anything super special to talk about. I just thought, here's the thing. We're in this shelter in place pretty much globally. What can we do to make everything better for everybody moving forward? The flora, the fauna, our local community, ourselves. I'm thinking a big part of that is know what plants are out there, plant some things, grow a garden, and make your garden plan with the intent of having a lot of abundance so that you can share it with people. In other words, make that part of the plan. Don't not just accidentally, well, I got some extra abundance to do something with. Just kind of intentionally do that. Try to stir up. Maybe it'll stir up somebody in the neighborhood to do it, or personally go and say, hey, why don't we all get together and make a garden if somebody has some extra space? Especially sometimes people are older, they don't really want to deal with their garden. There's businesses around here that'll maintain your garden as a food garden, and then it costs you something, but then you get something out of it versus just a garden where you don't eat anything from it and you're paying anyway. So, things like that. We can make some small shifts and make everything better. And I'm all over it. Oh, by the way, it is Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. If there's any watching, thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever. However you feel about me, just express it. And comment, good, bad, indifferent. It's all okay. And but yeah, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And let's see. This is Shoutout Sunday once again. So feel free to mention your channel, shout it out. I don't know if there's something wrong with my computer or the system itself, because on mine it says unable to connect to chat. Now I don't know what that is. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to dash out for a minute. I'm going to go check my setting at the modem, and maybe the cable's not connected. So let me run real quickly and come back in about a minute. Let's see. Are we still up? I'm hoping so. Anybody there? Excuse me. I don't know what I just did. I clicked something. Ah, this thing. I need a tutorial on this kind of thing. I don't know. I'm just winging it here, folks. So if it's not so great, comment later on, upload it or whatever. If you have any advice how to make this better. I keep getting this thing while my chat's going on that it says unable to, or that while my live stream's going on that it says unable to connect to chat. And I don't know what that is. It's definitely nothing that I changed. I like the interactive part of this. I want feedback. I want comments. I mean, honestly, they can say your channel's terrible. It should have this, it should have that, or it could say, hey, it's great. I like this or I like that. Either way, I'm okay with it. I like Piddles on the Paving Slabs is here. Stu saying some things, and I like to interact with him. He's very real. Don't, in other words, don't just praise me. You don't have to just come and praise me if you don't think it's a good thing. That doesn't make sense. Be honest. If you see something that you don't like, yeah, I wish you'd have had this, but I like this other part. Or, you can be honest here. I'm not gonna like cut anybody off because they're honest. Now, if you're being mean, that's a whole different level. Okay. If you're just trying to be a meanie, okay, I might not have that, but just blatant honesty is fine in my book. So I hear all kinds of hummingbirds. They're, of course, I think they don't want to be online, so they're not behind me now. But they're at these other some rose bushes and stuff. Maybe I'm scaring them a little bit here. And then who's that guy with a big old square head, ugly mug? Probably scaring them off of the plant because they're all around here and they won't get close. Maybe I have to do the wrong colors. Maybe if I have a red jacket on, they'll come buzz by me. Not just hummingbirds, but other tiny birds that I don't know the names of. They're wildly going on a vine that's nearby. They just won't come to say hi. They don't want to be on live, I guess. So the theme of the week, don't really know. I got some seedling trees and I put 1.5 barrel and I didn't take a picture of it to show here. But I ordered some soil to get my things established here at the Permaculture Institute. And the soil was supposed to be delivered Friday. So as of even yesterday, no soil. So I have empty half barrels just waiting. Garden plants dying, waiting for soil to grow in. So there's a little delay of game here. And it just gives me time to do other things. I have many things to paint and rearrange and all this. I'm kind of okay with this stuff taking longer as far as the Pacific Permaculture Institute because I have long-term plans. It's not a short-term thing. I'm not just trying to make a couple bucks, and I really don't care if I make anything off it personally. I just want it to be something to push knowledge forward. Have workshops and work parties where people all can come together and we can all learn from each other and do a lot of good things. We still have to work, but maybe we can magnify our efforts to do the good things. Maybe 3 or 4 of us could get together and grow food enough that maybe there's enough for 20 people or something. So things like that. Versus each person can maybe grow enough for 2. So I just feel like when there's a community, there's a way to magnify our efforts. So we should try to adopt those strategies where we can. And otherwise, we're going to be burned out and not get as far as we'd like to. So we can push it out a little bit further. Here's a hummingbird behind me. Must be hiding. He does. I should get a red hat again. One time I had a plant out here and I had kind of a burgundy red hat. And a hummingbird was buzzing by my ear. I didn't even know what it was. I don't know if you guys can see any of that, but it'll be popping up in a minute here. Oh, there's one with the red head popping around. He's a little scared of me. He's probably going to buzz me to run me out of here. He may be the scout. Maybe after he finds out it's safe, the other ones will come. I can hear them, but I just can't see them. Oh, they're up on the power line, etc. Well, I guess that scout said, hey, I told the other ones in the tribe, hey, we better not go there. There's a scary looking guy out there. He hasn't shaved. He may eat us. Anyway, that's about for now. Just looking around. I just love being out here outside versus being in Oakland. It's a concrete jungle. Out here, it's not the perfect thriving ecosphere, but there's open hills and there's trees and plants. There's a rose bush. Of course, this used to be my parents' house, so I gave my mom that rose bush years ago. It's beautiful. Smells good. It's soothing being out here. And I could just sit out here every single day and never drive off anywhere if I had all my needs met here. That would be no problem at all. Or in Oakland, it's one of the crime capital cities of the U.S. Always there's some kind of a tension being there because you just never know what's going to happen to you. Who's going to come try to break in or arm rob you or break into your car, all this kind of craziness. So here, relatively safe, a lot safer at least. So that's the thing. It's good to get back to a space where I could garden a lot and grow food, like I say, to push it out there into the community, help other people eat very freshly grown food. Just think if everybody knew what freshly grown food tasted like, I'm pretty sure that store bought junk, they'd have to raise up the ante. They'd have to make it a lot better to be able to sell it. Okay, so as society, we should be working towards those things. What's this microphone icon down here? I don't know what that is. I don't know what all these. There's a bunch of dots here. I don't know what that. I'm not sure how all that works, but I just went mute for a second. I think when I was talking. I don't know if you guys that were chatting left or the chat part isn't working. That's the thing. That's what I wish I knew. It's kind of foggy here. I don't know if you can tell. Kind of a low fog, cloudy, and but it seems to be that it looks like in the last few minutes it's going to be burning off. It's looking on its own because of the wind. But it looks like it's going to be burning off, and it's going to be a nice day. We're predicting really hot weather here for the west coast of the U.S. And it didn't happen yesterday, and I think it's really not going to happen today. Now, for us, I don't know about the other countries, but in this country, Memorial Weekend, we have Memorial Day at the end of May, and I think this year it's on the 23rd or something. It's not the last weekend, but one of the last weekends in May usually is we call Memorial Day. So that kicks off the summer kind of 3-day weekend. People are going every which way, right? So, and it's usually by then it's blazing hot. So we'll see how the weather affects and how this pandemic thing works. I don't know. I can tell you with this whole shelter in place, though, there isn't a lot of sick people around. I've been told they're inflating the numbers of sick people, calling anything corona. You bump your knee on the freaking wall or whatever. You had corona. So is that true? I tend to think so. And there's 40 million people about in California. 90 people a day are dying. That is tragic for 90 families and those 90 people, but in the big scheme of things, 90 people a day in California, we shouldn't be all sheltered in place and wearing masks like a bunch of damn fools. I don't think it's accomplishing very much. Now, am I a scientist or a doctor? No, that's just my on the street opinion. But I think they're way overblowing the corona thing. I don't believe it's as bad as they're making out. This is just a scheme to get us to take some vaccine and basically steal our liberties. You know, they're inflating all these numbers so they can steal our liberties and get us used to it. So we're living in a box all the time, never going out. You're okay to go to the store and go to work, but you're not okay to go have fun somewhere. So that is kind of an issue. Now, for sure, they're manipulating the numbers for their own ends, the ends of the politicos that are running this. So, to what degree? What's their intent? Do any of us know for sure? No. Do we know that they manipulate things to their own advantage? Of course. So anyway, that's my take on that, and I'm not going to expound forever on it. But just nice to get out in nature. If you get a chance to get out in nature, do so. Also, I want to shout out Susie and Bill from Out West Homestead YouTube channel. They constantly have shout outs, and I've gained quite a few subscribers through them. And what's going on now? And my computer's having some issue where it's saying something, I can't read it, but something about an update. I must have let it schedule for today. But in any case, yeah, so that's a good one. Learn to Grow is a good YouTube channel. I'll shout that one out. She's in Washington State somewhere, so Pacific Northwest. Another one I watch is Rewild University, really good channel. They have a lot of he started having like primitive skills like fire lighting and things like that, but he gets into the psychology area where you can tune your brain to have a better experience in life and that kind of thing, and all kinds of other things. And what's the other one I watch a lot? Pedals on the Paving Slabs, of course. And I'm trying to think who else I watch a lot. Nona Grace, I watch quite a bit. Let's see, Out West Homestead, I already said that one. Infinite Waters talks about the spiritual aspects of life and everything that's going on. And that's an interesting one. I really enjoy that channel. Trying to think of any other ones that I really enjoy. I used to watch a gardening channel with James Prigioni quite a bit, and he shouted me out on some of his stuff, and I really gained a following from him. I don't. Here's the thing: I don't tend to watch videos that are in the 10-minute on range, just because I don't want to sit there that long. I kind of get bored, honestly. So I try to make the videos that are 3, 4, 5, maybe 8, 9 minutes tops, because that's what I'm inclined to watch. So I know there's a guy I'm subscribed to that constantly, I think all he had was mainly live streams for an hour long. Well, I'm not going to watch your stuff that often. So that's the thing. Anyway, like I say, I'm not hating on nobody. I'm just saying that I tend to make videos that I'd like to watch. So I like to watch 3, 5 minute videos like that, 3 to 5. I might watch a 7 or a 10, but it's not my norm. 5 minutes, boom, I can be doing something. I can watch that. I can continue on. I don't have to just commit tons of time to watching videos because, like a lot of us, I can just sit there and get tuned into the video and not do anything else. And I don't want to do that. So I want to be able to accomplish a few things during the day other than just watching videos. So anyway, I want to thank everybody that came by. If you feel to promote this with somebody else to come by, and you can shout out during the live stream, you can shout out in the comments. This is my live stream shout out Sunday, and I intend to continue this hopefully every Sunday, but we'll have to play it by ear. I'll start figuring out exactly as time goes. But also, it's not just about you getting 1,000 subscribers. If you have over 1,000, that's okay. You can still come shout out. If you're under, of course, come and shout out. But some of these people that I mentioned have thousands and thousands of subscribers, and they're free to come by and shout their channel out too. It's just about connecting everybody in a better way. There's none of this like, well, you have too many to come by and shout out. No, it's open to everybody. If you got 1 million subscribers or 2 million, you want to come by and shout out your channel to boost it a little bit more. Great. No, I have no problem with that. So with that, I'm going to let everybody go, and I'll just say thanks for coming by, and we'll see you in the garden sometime. Bye.